Good morning, students. Students, we have finished with lesson number 15, life processes in living organism. Okay, so in this video, we shall be discussing about the exercise. So, let's begin. Question number 1. Match the pairs and explain. Here we have two columns, column A and column B. First one, growth of pollen tube towards ovule. So the answer is chemotropic movement. Second, growth of shoot system. Answer is phototropic movement. Third one, growth of root system. The answer to this is gravitropic movement. Fourth one, growth towards water. Answer, hydrotropic movement. Okay. Question number 2. Complete the paragraph. I'm going to read this paragraph for you, and the answers which are written in pink color, okay, they are the blanks which we need to fill in. The first, let me read this paragraph for you. The milk was on the stove. Rasika was engrossed watching television. She smelled something burning. She ran towards the kitchen. The milk was boiling over. She held the vessel with her bare hands, but, screaming, she let it go at once. This activity was controlled by which cells? Nerve cells. Special ends of dendrites in these cells collected the information from where it was transferred to the cell body and then towards the terminal end of the axon. The chemical produced at the terminal end passed through the minute spaces, that is synapses. In this way, impulse were conducted in the body and the process of reflex action was completed by conducting the impulses from nerve to nerve cells. Understood, children? Let's see the next one. Question number 3. Write short note. First one. Root pressure. Root pressure can be defined as a force that helps to drive fluid upward into the water conducting vessels. It is generated as a result of osmotic pressure in the cells of the roots and can be demonstrated by exudation of fluid when the stem is cut off just above ground. As the stem is cut off, drops of solution begin to ooze out, which is an effect of root pressure. The effect of root pressure is also visible at night and early morning. During this time, the rate of evaporation is low, as a result of which water droplets can be seen around, especially opening of veins near the tip of leaves of plants. Second is transpiration. It is the loss of water in the form of vapors from the leaves of a plant. The rate of transpiration affects the rate of absorption of water by the roots. Transpiration creates a suction pressure for the upward movement of water in all trees. It helps in the distribution of water throughout a plant. Plant get rid of excess water by transpiration. It helps to keep the surface of the leaves cool. The next one is nerve cells. Nerve cells are also known as neurons. A neuron consists of 3 parts. The first one is cell body. It contains a nucleus and cytoplasm. Second, axon. It is a long part arising from the cell body. It transmits impulses away from the cell body. Third one is dendrites. They are short, branched parts arising from the cell body. They receive the nerve impulses. Fourth one is brain. The human brain is the main coordinating center of the body. It is a part of the central nervous system and receives information from the other parts of the body and interprets them. The human brain can be divided into three distinct regions. The first one is forebrain. It consists of cerebrum, thalamus and hypothalamus. The forebrain is the main site of learning, intelligence and thinking. It also has sensory and motor sites which controls all the voluntary movements. Hypothalamus is concerned with things like body temperature, urge to eat, drink, etc. Second part is midbrain. It consists of regions concerned with the sense of sight, hearing, etc. It also transmits motor impulses to the limbs. And the third one is hindbrain. It controls most of the involuntary actions like heartbeat, blood pressure, etc. Cerebellum maintains the posture and equilibrium of the body. Understood, children? The next one is reflex action. Answer: the automatic action or response provoked by a stimulus is known as reflex action. The sensory nerves that detect the stimulus are connected to the nerves that move the muscles. Such a connection is called a reflex action arc. The reflex arc connection meets in a bundle in the spinal cord. The signal and the response that has taken place reach the brain, but the brain does not coordinate the reflex response. For example, we withdraw our hands on touching any hot article, isn't it? Yes. Next, question number 4. Name the hormones of the following endocrine glands and functions of each. First, we have pituitary. Answer: the pituitary gland is known as the master gland because it secretes growth hormone and many other hormones which regulate the secretion of many other endocrine glands in the body. Some of the hormones produced by pituitary are: first, prolactin, growth of mammary glands and formation of milk in them. Second, TSH, synthesis and release of thyroid hormones. Second gland is thyroid. Answer: thyroid gland secretes a hormone thyroxine, a derivative of amino acid tyrosine. Functions of thyroxine include control of working of kidney and urine formation, regulation of physical, mental and sexual growth. Third is adrenal gland. Answer: adrenal gland secretes three types of hormones: catecholamines, mineralocorticoids and glucocorticoids. First one, catecholamine, adrenaline and non-adrenaline. It increases alertness, pupillary dilation, piloerection, raising of hairs. Second, glucocorticoid stimulates gluconeogenesis, lipolysis and proteolysis and inhibits uptake and utilization of amino acids. Third, mineralocorticoid maintains electrolysis, osmotic pressure and blood pressure. And androgenic steroids play a role in the growth of axial, facial and pubic hair during puberty. Next gland is thymus. Answer: thymus secrete peptide hormone called thymosin. Thymosin play an important role in the differentiation of T lymphocytes, cell-mediated immunity, and promotes production of antibodies. Humoral immunity. Thymus is degenerated in old people. Hence, their immune response become weak. The next we have testes. Testes secrete hormones called androgen, and the functions include development, maturation and functioning of the male accessory sex organs like vas deferens and seminal vesicles. Stimulate muscular growth, growth of facial hair, low pitch voice, etc. Okay. So the next we have, children, is ovary. Ovary secretes the hormones estrogen and progesterone. Functions of estrogen: growth and functioning of the female secondary sex organ, development of growing follicles and mammary glands, regulates female secondary sex characters, example, high pitch voice. Functions of progesterone: acts on mammary glands and stimulates formation of alveoli like structures storing milk and milk secretion. Okay, now let's see the next question. Question number 5. Draw and label the diagram. The first one is human brain. So children, see, this is the diagram of brain. So please draw it correctly, label it properly. Okay. Next is human excretory system. This is the diagram for human excretory system. Draw it properly and label it correctly. Next is nephron. And the fourth one, nerve cell. Children, please draw it correctly, okay? Next question, question number 6. Answer the following. The first one, explain the chemical coordination in humans and give the names and functions of some hormone. So the answer is, coordination in human occurs in 2 levels. That is, nervous coordination and chemical coordination. The coordination which occurs with the help of hormone is called chemical coordination, and hormones are the organic chemicals produced by the body which are released into the blood. Some of the hormones produced by pituitary are prolactin, growth of mammary glands and formation of milk in them. TSH, synthesis and release of thyroid hormones. Second, thyroxine hormones is produced by thyroid gland and its function are control of working of kidney and urine formation, regulation of physical, mental, sexual growth. B. Explain the difference between excretory system of humans and plants. So the 2 columns, and the first column has excretory systems of human and second column excretory system of plants. So the first point in humans is, humans have specialized structures like nephrons for excretion, whereas plants do not have specialized structures for excretion. In human, process of excretion occurs through kidneys, skin, lungs, etc. And in plants, the process of excretion occurs through stomata and lenticles. In human, waste is produced in the form of nitrogenous waste like urea, uric acid and ammonia. And in plants, waste is produced in the form of carbon dioxide and oxygen. Next question, explain the coordination in plants with the help of suitable examples. Answer. Since plants do not have nervous and muscular systems like animals, coordination in plants occurs in response to their particular stimuli. Tropism or tropic movement is the term used for the movement or growth of any plant part in response to an external stimuli. Let's see what are they. These various topics can be of various types. Like, first one is phototropism. The growth movement in plant in response to light stimulus is known as phototropism. For example, the flower head of a sunflower is positively phototrophic as it moves from east to west along with the movement of the sun. You must have seen this, children. Second is gravitotropism. Gravitropism. The growth movement in plant in response to the force of gravity is known as gravitropism. In gravitropism, the roots of the plant always grow downwards while the shoot always grow upwards away from the earth. Next is chemotropism. The growth movement in plants in response to chemical stimuli is known as chemotropism. For example, the growth of pollen tube towards the ovule in the ovary through the stigma and style is an example of positive chemotropism. Next is hydrotropism. The growth movement in plants in response to water is known as hydrotropism. For example, the roots of some plants grow towards water source even when the water source is not present directly below it. So the next question we have, explain in your own words with suitable example. First one, what is meant by coordination? Now the answer to this is, coordination is defined as the working together of various organs of the body of an organism in a proper manner to produce appropriate reaction to a stimulus is called coordination. Coordination is achieved by different mechanisms in plants and humans. Coordination in human. In human, coordination is achieved by two systems, nervous system, endocrine system. The human nervous system is comprised of two parts, central nervous system CNS and peripheral nervous system PNS. Coordination in plants. Since plants do not have nervous and muscular systems like animal, coordination in plants occur in response to particular stimuli. Tropism or tropic movement is the term used for the movement or growth of any plant part in response to an external stimulus. These tropic movements can be of various types like phototropism, geotropism, chemotropism, hydrotropism, thigmotropism. Okay, children? Next question, how does excretion occur in human beings? Answer, the removal of waste products from the body is known as excretion. In the human body, kidneys, lungs and skin perform the functions of excretion. Lungs remove carbon dioxide as waste. Skin helps in the removal of waste in the form of sweat. However, the major organ involved in excretion is the urinary system, which contains the kidneys to filter the blood from and form the urine. In human beings, excretion is performed by excretory system consists of a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a urinary bladder and urethra. The urine is formed in kidneys and passes on to the urinary bladder via the ureters. The urinary bladder stores the urine until it is excreted through the urethra. Next question is, how is excretion in plants useful to human beings? Answer, excretion in plants results in the production of various kinds of excreta which are the waste for the plant but are equally important for human use. The following examples are helpful in providing the above fact. First, oxygen, which is an excretory product of photosynthesis, is an absolute requirement for human beings to survive on the earth. Isn't it, children? Second, tannin is a waste plant product which is stored in the leaves and bark. It is used in making tea all over the world. Plants store waste products in their leaves and barks which are shed off regularly. These shed offs are used to make manure. Fourth, essential oils are also waste products of plants which are stored in their leaves. These essential oils are used for various purposes by us. Okay? The next question, describe the transportation system in plants. Answer. Transportation is a life process where substances synthesized or absorbed in one part of the body are carried to the other parts of the body. The transportation system in plants moves the energy stored in the leaves to different parts. It also helps in moving raw materials absorbed from the roots to various organs of the plant. However, these are entirely different pathways. The transportation system in plants consists of two different types of conducting tissues. Xylem conducts water and minerals obtained from the soil via roots to the rest of the plant, and phloem transports food materials from the leaves to different parts of the body. So children, with this we have finished discussing our exercise. Children, kindly write these notes in your science book and maintain it neatly and properly. Okay? Now in our next video, we shall start with a new lesson. Till then, thank you students for listening to me. Bye. Take care. Thank you once again.